This is going to be the last time I try to upload this to YouTube. It keeps getting flagged, and I don't know why. So I have a feeling it was because I was thanking my friend for the book, and it may have triggered something. I'm going to try it this last time. If not, I'm going to have to just chop this thing up and add it to other videos. Rare pencil alert. Now, these are Venus pencils, which is the Polychromos line, not the Prismacolor line, the Polychromos line. And these pencils, you could tell the age of these pencils by the fact that they're calling them crayon pencils. And that's what they did in the 1800s to the early 1900s. They didn't start calling them colored pencils till later on. So the fact that here is a box of crayon pencils, you know that these are very old. And it's from the American Pencil Venus Velvet, and that's the Polychromos line. Mina, are you a little bit confused? I don't know how you got up there, but you certainly did. And now I think you expect me to take you down. Can you come down from there? She's been up there for about 2 hours. I just found my second Bruynzeel tin. It's the one on the right, the small one, and it's one of 4. These are vintage. If anybody ever sees them on eBay, give me an alert. Let me go and let me know, because I have 2 more. Here are the pictures. I have 2 more to pick up, and I just love these. If you have never used Bruynzeel or even heard of them, they're an excellent pencil. They're moderately priced. They come in stock. They're from Holland. The company has a long history of colored pencils going back to the 1930s. I think the company was started in the late 1800s doing woodworking, and then they were asked by the government to do pencils, I guess, during one of the wars. They're as old as Prismacolor and as old as Faber-Castell. They've switched hands since then. Now they're run by Royal Talon. If you have not tried these pencils, I was very surprised. I didn't buy these tins because they had pencils in them. I'm not collecting the Bruynzeel pencils. I wanted the tins, but they just happened to come with the pencils, so I got to try them out. I gave away the ones in the big tin, and I kept the ones in the little tin. I'm really impressed. If you guys can't afford Prismacolor, because I know a lot of people can't, these are like $50 for a large set, and I think they're going up to the 96 pencils now. They blend really nicely. I was very surprised and very impressed. They're wax-based pencils, but they almost feel like they're oil. They lay down very rich in color. They are creamy enough to blend, but they do a nice fine line. So I'm very impressed, and if you have, if you're going to look for pencils, this is a definite contender for probably in the $40 to $50 price range. These are my favorite pencils. They've really gotten up there. Shipping Farbens are probably around the same price as these, but I do believe the sets are smaller and they don't come in stock. So it's always a positive when a pencil comes in stock when you're buying in sets. But just to let you know, the stock is very hard to find, and you can go to eBay and they do sell them there as stock pencils. Barbara Valentine asked if I would do a short tutorial on how to do a grayscale picture. This is Lena Lazareva from 100 Greyscale picture book. It can be found on Amazon. She absolutely does some of my favorite grayscale work. First, your shading is done. Everybody who's starting out new really should do at least a few grayscale pictures to give you the feeling of where your lights and darks are. You really don't have to guess when it comes to a good grayscale. Now, Elena did this, and you could see her shading is already done for you. What you're doing is basically colorizing it. It's much different than line drawing where you're putting in the shading. First tip I'm going to give you is don't fight the highlight. Elena obviously put in her light coming in this direction. How do I know this? Because she shaded in all over here, well, this is a shadow from the hair, but you could see the light line is on this side of the fold and it folds in that way. So follow the light line of the person who did the artwork. Okay, the next tip I'm going to give you for doing grayscale is go with a shade lighter. Because the pencil is fairly translucent, it's going to pick up whatever is underneath it. And since you've already got your shading in there, the pencil is going to be darker. Now I'm going to give you an example here. This is henna. Yeah, it's henna. And I'm going to go over this little area with henna. And as I get into the lighter area, the pencil gets lighter, even if I keep my hand going in the same pressure. Now, as I color over the white, it's going to get even lighter. Now, you don't want to do that many layers on a grayscale. Grayscale is good for just colorizing. And why I say that is, well, sometimes I do anyway, because I try to do my own artwork. But if you're starting out, practice your light shading using grayscale, because the picture is going to come out with all the rich details. Now watch as I bring out the colors and the detail in this. Suddenly, all those little flowers in her corset dress are starting to pop out. Now, I'm not worried about doing a blend, because the ink on the paper is going to blend it for me. And since this side was left lighter, it's going to immediately and automatically come out lighter. So the lighter you go on a grayscale, the more you rely on the ink that's on the page, the better the picture is actually going to come out. Now, it's the same thing with her boobie area. The highlight is automatically going to be there. Now you can, I'm going to do 2 boobies, and then I'm going to fight it with 1. See how the light coming in is popping it out where it's supposed to pop out? Now, if I start to fight it and go heavier, I'm going to lose a lot of that. See, it loses a lot of the detail that were in there. Now, you can go a little bit darker in areas, but you are better off just going with the flow of it. And it'll also get you, it's like a helping hand. It'll get you to understand where your lights go versus where your darks go. The third tip is don't put in as many layers. Where I normally put 5 to 6 layers minimum, I would maybe put 3 in on a grayscale that I'm following. Like if I'm really following the grayscale, probably 3 very light layers just to colorize. Grayscale is great for in front of the television. As you could see, I printed out my page. Make sure if you are printing a grayscale picture, you let the ink dry, and I mean really well, because sometimes what happens is that there is so much ink on the page that when you start to color, even on a good printer, if you don't let that ink dry completely, that ink is going to smear and you're going to lose your details. So that's just another tip that I wanted to give you. And grayscale is also excellent for doing ink work. Now I'm going to show you. Everybody should have a fine liner. They're good for eyelashes. You really can't be doing eyelashes with Prismacolor. You need some sort of fine line. to get that detail. And a grayscale is one of the best places to practice line work and ink work, because you can really have a good time with it and make a big difference. See how this comes alive? Now, I've done a couple of ink drawings. They're in with my videos where I've demonstrated doing an entire page in the ink. And it's a lot of fun. You know, sometimes it's almost like you look forward to just every once in a while just getting in there with a black pen, and it hones your skills. So those are my tips for the grayscale. Congratulations, Barbara, for getting your first one. She's very excited. She got it for Christmas. And if you have any questions, just feel free to email me, or that should get you through doing a grayscale. It's way easier than a line drawing. Way easier. The mystery is solved. The person who bought this book for me, I would have never guessed. It was my friend, and she has a channel. I should have guessed because she had sent me a text message wishing me a happy birthday last month. I was like, "Oh, you remember my birthday?" I mean, that's not even make a big deal of my birthday. I just wanted to say thank you again. You know I love you, girl. You got my heart. Always have. See this eclectic color palette? I got some reds, some blacks, a pink, a blue. You are not going to believe what I'm going to turn this into. And I will see you guys in my next video with this color palette.